Someone asked me a question on LinkedIn asking me, is it a good idea to work in IT than engineering, software engineering, right? That was the person's question. Is it a good idea to work in IT than, be a web developer? And then they kind of gave me more context, stating that it seems like it's a safer route to work in IT than engineering in terms of having a job or finding work, right? So basically, the person's asking or saying that there's more work in IT than engineering. It's safer because it's safer to work in IT basically because with all the layoffs that's going on with a lot of companies are letting go their engineers and not IT people. Is it a good idea to again join IT than engineering? And that's just an interesting thought process for someone to have, right? Them having that type of mindset, believing it's a safer route to join IT or to work in IT than a developer, a dev, basically. Now, I actually told a person, well, I think it's a great idea to try and to become a software engineer in 2024, right? Even with all the layoffs that's going on. I mean, my company, my employer, excuse me, we laid off more than half of our software engineers. There's two left. We had remote workers and in-house engineers. All the remote work. I'm sorry. There's two left. Two remote workers, engineers. There's just two left basically. And even with all the layoff that's going on, I still very much feel that it's a good idea to become a software engineer. I mean, I actually went to boot camp to learn that stuff, right? Super interesting class, cohort. It was amazing. Met a lot of people. The thing is, my main reason for joining that boot camp wasn't to really become a software engineer. It was to get a reference to get jobs in technology. If that makes any sense, and it worked obviously, but that was my main focus, to like network. But my whole point is, it's still a good idea to become a software engineer. I met so many amazing, talented people, right, who are in my cohort that found work as an engineer. A lot of them landed jobs working in that field. So I can most definitely say with confidence, it is a good idea to still try and become a software engineer. And the reason why I say that is because it blows my mind how some people very much think AI is going to replace a software engineer. Anyone that thinks such a thing, anyone that walks around with that kind of mindset, to me, are not smart. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's clear as day you have no idea what you're talking about. If you think that's going to happen in our lifetime, you're delusional. I'm sorry to insult and sound like this, but it's just the truth. AI will never replace the engineer, ever. I can say that with full confidence. Not happening. And the reason why that won't happen, just my opinion, the reason why that will not happen where the AI is going to replace the human, 100%, just extinct, right? Human engineers. Because the human made the AI, literally. They made it. And on top of that, companies will always need an actual person to fix the AI, or to make it improve, or to help the AI improve itself. The whole point is the human aspect will always be involved when it comes to engineering. Always. I think what people are trying to say, but say it so poorly, what they're trying to say when they're making those kind of nonsense statements of AI will replace all engineers. What they're trying to say is it will replace a lot of engineers, but it won't replace the the human being altogether, if that makes sense. So yes, certain people will lose their jobs because just like my employer, we don't need that many on the floor anymore. We just don't. We just don't. And that's because the AI will help their jobs. I won't say easier or get easier, but the engineer can focus on other challenging things, right? Fix other issues that needs more time for them to fix. While the AI do the easy work, right? The engineer can focus on harder tasks. You know what I'm trying to say? That's where the engineer will always be here. They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Some will lose their jobs though. I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. I saw it. I have friends who went to my boot camp. They're also looking for work. It is what it is, right? And it's not to scare you, but I guess the whole point I'm trying to make is it's a good idea to become an engineer. It may be a little harder. It may be more of a challenge because most companies won't need that many on the floor. They just need certain people to fix things excuse me, that require more time, right? And that's where the human engineer comes in handy. They will always need the human to be involved when it comes to engineering. So the jobs will always be here. They'll be here. Again, it may become a lot harder to get in since they don't need that many like they did 4 years ago during the pandemic. Everyone was hiring. Now things went back to normal. They don't really need that many on the floor like they once did. That doesn't mean not to join or not to want to become an engineer. Go for it. I mean, it's just you just need to know it may be a lot harder to get in, and you have to really show some skills in terms of what else can you do besides, coding. What else can you do? You know what I mean? And I think that's where it's going towards. What other things are you good at besides this? You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm seeing that with IT. It's not just you being hired to basically perform password resets or onboarding. Helping someone set up their laptop or computer. I'm being asked to do like my team and I are being asked to do certain things, and we're also being paid more too, but other tasks are being given to us outside of what we were hired for. And that's cool because it's still in the IT realm, right? But now I'm seeing myself being more involved working with the network engineer, the system engineer, the IT director. So this is really cool, right? But they're just not wanting us to do just one thing, but multiple things, basically. If that makes any sense. So that's where we're at. It's more of a requirement of other things to showcase the employee that you can do besides just that one thing, right? And that's where the AI will come in handy to perform those easier tasks, those repetitive, writing a code. Just give it to a machine while you focus on something else that needs more of your time. We're doing that right now, literally. I'm more involved working with the cybersecurity person, Crowdstrike. Trying to fix someone's IP address that's causing them to access a software. That it just requires more time, and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that happen to me right now, literally. Like other things they want us to be involved in besides just the one-on-one IT help desk. I need you to do other things. I need you to understand what's a patch, a patch panel. How to patch in, Ethernet cable from one port to another. How to find that signal from that faulty port. That's not really my job of IT person. But now I'm being given that task because they just need they need more workers, basically. And why hire more when we have people here, right? And I have no problem doing these works. I mean, performing these tasks, which is not really something that I would do, on the regular as an IT person, but I have no problem learning how to use a toner to find a signal, right, from a port from someone's office to the patch panel, and patch from that port to a switch and connect something to get that person up and running with their Ethernet. If that makes any sense. It's fun. It's amazing. But my whole point is engineering is not going anywhere. If you're watching this video because you think AI is going to take all the jobs for engineering, it will. I won't lie to you, it will. But it won't replace the engineer altogether. That's my whole argument. Not happening. It's not happening, right? Some people want it to happen strangely, but it's not going to. It's just not. Because employers need an actual human to always be engineering, fixing something, improving something, modifying something that may require more of their time. And now they can do that. They can put more time into that issue or issues because a machine is doing their easy work. Anyway, hope this makes sense. Much love to you. Is it safer to work in IT than in engineering? I can answer that question for you. I cannot. But if you're asking that question because you're scared of the jobs as an engineer, I think you should still go for it. If that's what you want to do, become an engineer, go for it. It's still a great job. They're still hiring for engineers. They always will. You just have to show more skills, though. Like, it's so much competition. How do you stand out? And that's a whole nother discussion, a whole nother video topic. But how do you stand out amongst the most? What can you do that will have that employer want your service? How? What can you showcase? What can you broadcast? What else can you do that's gonna profit that company, bring in more money? Make things easier to bring in more money. What can you do? Because coding is not enough. It's just not. It's not enough. There needs more now. And that's where you come in to really showcase what else you can do, if that makes any sense. So much love to you. I'm out of here. Have a blessed day. Let me get back to work. I'm on my break right now doing this video because I like doing those things. But yeah, more information down below. Everything in terms of my socials, the sponsor of this video, which is Course Careers. Everything's down there. The description box below. Thanks for watching again. Peace out. I'm out of here.